Because I ain't never in my life, as a football player, bro, but I didn't seen like playing in the the smaller leagues and stuff like that. We seen like a little drop off in the structure and all but this right here,
this was different.
Is it all nonsense? Like
outrageous.
All nonsense.
Outrageous. From the start to begin, like to this, from the start
he
to
looked
the
like
end.
he with the shit too. Like
he with the shit.
Oh, bro, he is like
Johnson?
the Joker, my nigga.
That's a great comparison.
The Joker, like
he's like the Joker
in the interview, bro.
He's like chaos.
So he's here for all of it.
He looked like he looked like he's crazy.
Do you see what he just did?
Yeah, they tossed the helmet.
Here you go. Like, I was like, bro.
But it was grown men though, right?
No, yes.
Well, like 19.
So the whole look. It from the start.
Introduce you first.
Yeah. So from the start of the documentary, it was talking about him, just his background.
And so y'all know we talking about BS High.
Right. BS High. We talking about Roy right now, and he was, I guess not like a football athlete, but
the nigga does look crazy.
Right. Crazy as hell. So he was in football. He got an internship. He seen a little bit. I think he said at the Jets. And he saw some of the, Bill Parcells and all them. And he saw some of what going on. And that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be like a GM, like running shit.
He just started trying shit.
Okay, yes. Mm-hmm. And then that's exactly what he started doing. He started off in it was like Christians of Faith school. It was like a Christian school. And they had like a sports. He put it off like an IMG. We're going to get these kids that's bad grades or could make it, this and that, blah, blah. So they get all these kids. All these kids is out of high school except for like one or two. You know what I'm saying? They've been out of high school. They graduated.
So they grown.
They grown.
They grown kids.
Grown. 20, you know what I'm saying? 20 years and up
19,
type shit.
Like at least
Didn't Lipscomb play them? Didn't Lipscomb play them?
I don't know.
It was a few. It was like so he put it together, bro, and it was like
they played a few games. I mean, like
I think Lipscomb played them when they like.
So they had it went for a few years. It went for a few years. They had no kids graduate, and then they had no kids go to. You know what I'm saying? They had no kids go anywhere. Because
it wasn't even a school,
bro. It wasn't a school.
It's just a program.
He literally went on Twitter for his little page. After a while, they got it up. Got to Bishop Sycamore after it was something else previously. And then so he just went and was messaging the kids, talking about some DM me, and then tell them like, oh, you might not have got your opportunity. You might think football will be over, but hey, come play for us. We're going to get you right, this and that. We're going to get you to the D1. Like his dream or his goal was to get these kids seen.
Right.
This is what makes crazy.
Sense, but
King.
I didn't even get to the shit for. I just got kind of to the plot.
That's like the whole synopsis.
That's the plot.
Now, I'm gonna break this shit down. I'm gonna give you a few of the nuttiness of this guy. Okay. First of all, we got to understand this right here. This man here has over $300,000 worth of lawsuits against him because he didn't believe in paying nobody back. Okay.
He wasn't paying for shit.
He wasn't paying for shit. He's a scammer. He's a scammer. So he's a scammer.
He wasn't paying for shit.
The way that this thing started out, this is part of it that I did not know. Bishop Sycamore wasn't like to Jay-Z, it wasn't the first school. It wasn't like the first, Bishop Sycamore was just like a 2.0 version of the Christian of faith.
Yeah, COL type shit.
And what's wild is the way that he got away, the way that he started his off was like this. He went to like a church or whatever.
Okay.
And he wanted to be the school program. He wanted to build a school
sports program
off the church.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do that. Cause I know in Memphis, I knew churches in Memphis that it was a church and they also had a academy. Like I actually went to one of those when I was in school.
Right.
So that was the whole premise. Now, the way that he was getting all his money was he was writing checks in the church's name.
Right. Them hoes
Would a man rob God?
Would a man rob God?
Come on now.
Preach now.
Come on now.
So that was the first joint that I said, oh, this man right here
he is outrageous.
Really
outrageous. He just kept going.
The school part, though, to me, was really interesting, bro, because he was taking these kids and basically putting them in libraries and just random spots and say, hey, look, we got tutors and shit coming in. Y'all just sit in this library.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. It's more of a tutor type situation.
No, he didn't have no tutors, though. He was just
happened.
telling them, like, listen, they were showing up to the spots trying to get in.
And they
were
wouldn't let
like,
him in.
nah, bro, I can't come up
What are
in
y'all
here.
doing here? What are y'all doing?
Stop it, bro.
What are y'all doing here? They said them kids never went to class. They did no
they
work.
didn't
It's not a school. It wasn't a class to go
Facts.
to.
They
None of
did
that.
nothing. They did
So
nothing.
let's talk about how they were living. Because they got to live somewhere. Like he was taking these kids out the hood and putting them up places, right? So he'll go to
Like dorms, like dorm apartments.
Extended stays. Goddamn.
Extended stay.
And you know, like some places where you say, hey, look, you come in, you get like
You've been in this.
Yes, I have. I've been in the hotel life when I
That
first
is
got.
no place for a child.
I did the hotel
extended
life.
stays.
Anybody. Really.
And he wasn't paying for none of that. Like, so like he'll do it. It's like extended stay and say, hey, look, if you stay here for a month, we'll give you like the first 2 weeks free, whatever.
Right.
So he'll do them first 2 weeks.
It was months, though.
No, it was months. They say
Months. Yeah,
one place
it
was
was
like,
months.
we'll give you like a 90 days. He's like, oh, I ain't got to pay
For 90 days?
for 90 days?
Had them just
And cool.
chilling.
And then
9 days up, they're gone.
bounce.
Well,
They
tried
get
to
kicked
just-
out. They get kicked out.
they'll get kicked out.
They
Like
get
he was
kicked
like, you just try to just let him stay as long as possible. But eventually, like, y'all gotta get the fuck up out of here. Then he go to the next spot. The next spot. Now, this is what's wild.
And he did this
bro.
for years.
Nigga. Years.
Yeah, he did this for at least 3 that we know of. At least 3, because like I said, he had. It was 2 separate.
I want to say
programs.
COF was before, and then the Bishop
After-
Sycamore was 3 years. type
Exactly.
shit.
Bro, like what?
Yeah.
So I'll say this right here though. This is one thing that I gotta say, and I want to kind of get your opinion on this right here. All right. So we seen the doc. We know that he was with the shits. What kind of exposed him was the big ESPN game against IMG.
Right.
Now, one myth I got that I discovered was a myth was he didn't set that up. It wasn't him that did it.
Right.
He didn't set up the IMG game again on ESPN.
Okay.
What he did was he found what was it? He was not a recruiter. He was like a
They said they called him.
A quote unquote matchmaker.
He was
for
like a
high school
matchmaker.
scheduler.
that makes
For high
schedules.
school?
Yeah.
What? That's a thing?
That's the thing, apparently.
Oh, there's a guy. Yeah, there is a guy. There's a guy that does the scheduling.
Yeah,
for
no,
like across
for
the,
like
the
high
teams
school
across the
teams,
nations.
yeah.
Yeah. For the
Wait,
big teams.
I mean,
and
well,
stuff like
honestly, to me, that slick
So
makes
basically,
sense, though, because like how
he's just a glorified event planner,
Right.
pretty much.
yeah,
Right.
like
Pretty
like a Don King.
Okay.
He like really he like
For
a good
football
Don King.
type, yeah.
Okay.
But that
Okay.
makes sense though, because
that does
honestly,
make
I feel
sense.
like even like in basketball, if like you got like a Oak Hill versus whoever big school,
Somebody
somebody
gotta
gotta set that
right,
up and
right,
put on
right.
ESPN and like sell it.
Right.
So at the time, IMG, you know, they was a powerhouse. Wasn't nobody really trying to play them anyway. It was like, yo, we ain't trying to get our asses kicked.
Right.
So basically, what Roy told Buddy was, yo, I want to play the best players you got. They said that his schedule was like the number 4 toughest
In the
schedule
country.
in the country.
For that year.
So all these schools really thought Bishop Sycamore was really
Well, they ain't know nothing. They were just like, all right, this is a team that want to play us on the schedule.
Right.
Let's just pull up. They ain't
They
know
had-
shit about BSI.
Right.
I mean, he was saying shit like, yo, we got recruits, we got top players,
He
da, da, da,
was
da.
saying that. He
all
was saying
that, but that ain't no film on nothing
he
like that.
scheduled all these top teams.
Top
Right.
team.
So-
So they was getting their ass.
So, bro, they ain't have a trainer.
none.
Kids tearing ACLs.
They
didn't
have
know.
practice, bro.
Like,
He wasn't practicing.
bro.
I think it must have been the IMG game I watched where the quarterback had like the gold, the grill. They said he was like 19 or 20. A couple other players looked like they was grown ass, man.
Yeah,
It was whatever the big game was on
it was-
TV. That's
yeah,
what
that
it
was
the
that
big
was
one.
this.
That was the big one.
Yeah.
58-0. It was bad.
Yeah, they got
It was-
smacked.
It was
Yeah.
really bad. It was really bad.
Niggas out there pulling ACLs and shit.
But so the crazy
Breaking
part
bones.
was it's even crazier. Like ESPN and damn, who was the other one? ESPN and whoever it was, they didn't want to comment.
IMG.
Yeah, ESPN
Like,
and IMG.
the
They didn't
actual
want to
school
comment.
They reached out for the documentary.
Yeah,
absolutely.
they didn't want to. They didn't want to say
respond.
nothing. And then
Did they interview some of the players from Bishop?
Yes.
yes, I was about to say. So
We gotta get
in
to their stories.
the end, so all of the players, bro, had like they asked the man, so what do you think of Roy as a coach? And
Just get
literally everybody's consensus reaction was a pause, bro. It was like,
He evil.
and they had to figure out something to say.
Mhm.
And they said, and they end up saying all bad, bro.
Damn.
He was an evil dude. He wasn't a good coach. Like they knew that he was all about money.
Mhm.
And so he really, bro, he
He's
really
scammed.
went far, and he like, you know, to pay for a bunch of this shit. I guess he took loans out, PPP loans out, and all these kids' names.
That's what was wild, bro.
and they got, you know, evictions
In the kids' names?
in the
Hold on.
kids'
He
names.
put it in the kids' names?
Yes,
Come on.
Listen to
bro.
this. Hold tight.
So he fucking they credit all.
bro. They
There was this one kid. It's like funny. It's not funny. Stop laughing. But there was this one kid that was sitting there, And the guy, like the interview, the guy interviewing, he asked him, he said, hey, like, he ever take that loan out of your name? He said, no, he never did it to me, but I knew he was doing it. And the interview was like, well, it says here that he took out, I want to say it was like 43 bands.
It was like 20,833 or some shit like that.
In the kid's name.
In his name.
Kid had no idea.
He didn't have a clue.
And then they show everybody like it's 20, 14, 12, 20. Bruh. And then so they at the hotels that they got put out of, these kids got eviction notices on their records and shit.
From the hotel, because he's putting the rooms in their name.
Yes, bro.
And this dude's still alive?
Still alive.
Bro, he's still.
He was the main character in this doc.
And then so
definitely got paid for the documentary.
And then so the biggest thing at the end of the story, which is why like Roy is for the football world, terrible person. Like, you know what I'm saying? He did a whole lot to these kids, and that's out of pocket. Like, not taking care of them. They eating when he can figure it out. Bro,
the man had for eating porridge.
Right. And bro, this shit just so crazy because like he's terrible in his own way. Mm-hmm. But what he did was just exploit the system.
That's all he did.
Because he labeled the school under a Christian school or a religious school. Mm-hmm. And in Ohio, you can't govern those type of schools.
Private school, right.
You're not a part of whatever high school.
They're not a part of the OSHA or whatever.
Yeah,
they're
not
called.
part of like it's not. They're not part of TSSAA.
Right. They're not a part of the high school association, and so he could do whatever and get away with it. And like literally, they went out and they got an investigation from the governor or whatever. And in the investigation, bro, the whole paper said, well, he did all this bad shit, but we can't do nothing because of. And that's really.
And they just let that shit ride.
Come on.
But listen, check this out. So now let's
all these loans and shit. So the kids are responsible for that shit.
No. So yes,
he got lawsuits.
That's all separate. Now if like those kids and their parents want to sue him and do all that, that's one thing. But the fraud or whatever that he committed as far as being a coach, that they can't do shit about that.
Yeah,
they can't do nothing about that. So he said in the doc like, yo, I'm running it back next season.
He finna try to do it again.
But
he said he had people calling.
He said
he had schools calling. He said he had 15 schools calling. Hey, bro, we want to play y'all next year.
Yeah. So look,
it's because they want to blow that ass out. Yeah. Like shit.
Come on,
I knew that was coming.
Absolutely.
I knew that was coming.
Big pop. But look, check this out though. This is what's interesting about it. They being the man, OSHA, the government, they can regulate and change rules, but they ain't gonna do that though.
But yeah, I was about to say this is the bigger problem
because if schools are doing shit like this, that's how they start these programs.
Rules, they'll have to investigate.
Like these big mega schools are building schools based around a sports program.
Money.
Right. So they can't do nothing about it.
They could if they wanted to, but it's like, know what, we'll let this man
it's probably some school
He flying under the radar right now. He like shit. I'm running.
He talking about running it.
He running it back.
Run it back.
That motherfucker got arrested. He out and he's talking about
these kids really got to be dumb if they go play for this man.
Well, hold on.
You really got to be out like.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
At this point,
I'm gonna be honest with you. The kids that he was recruiting
were too old anyway.
He gave to me, and this is my opinion. Going back on it, I feel like the way that they kind of portrayed him. Now, he's a grimy dude now.
Grimy as fuck.
I'm not taking that from him.
Grimy.
But what he did, though, I'm going to say this. For the kids, he really did them a solid. Because he did two things. Those kids wasn't getting looks.
They wasn't.
They was done.
They wasn't going to play no more.
It was a wrap.
So he wouldn't got all the niggas that just played and after high school
and they was
scholarship, but they were just done.
And they was still
they living out their pipe dream.
Right.
Basically.
They was getting smacked. They were getting smacked.
But they were loving it.
At the end, a couple of players did get some scholarships.
A couple of players did though.
They did. Yeah. Hey. But cause look, what Roy basically did was
like what?
Roy
dead ass. Huh? No. That was the quarterback. That was the quarterback. But the other two,
they got legit scholarships.
One was Louisville.
Yeah, exactly.
How long?
Yeah, a couple of them went to Louisville.
Man, what?
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah. So look,
I gotta watch.
what
it
he
now.
did was he gave these kids an opportunity. He put together a fire schedule to where people go see you play because they really coming to see the other team.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And you're on ESPN. Now I ain't gonna say on ESPN.
He's talking about running it back.
He said he gonna run it back.
Hey, nah, yeah. Look,
he said he gonna run it back.
Look,
That's what he said
even though he is a con man,
he a con man.
he did do what he set out to do.
Yeah.
Which was get this team that he created out of literally nothing.
Nothing, bro.
Nothing. He didn't have a playbook, my nigga. He didn't have a trainer.
The folks said that he was running Madden plays.
Bruh.
They said he was running Madden.
Right. Like, he didn't have shit.
Oh,
and he got their ass to play one of the top high school sports academy in the country. They got a game.
And now he got a documentary, and he talking about running it.
He gonna run
Right.
it back.
Look, I do not stand for his connery.
I tell you what we do. Let's get this man a last chance. Let's get him one of them and see what he do.
Hey. I mean, well, look, here's the thing. That man can't coach now. That's first and foremost. He can't coach for shit.
He can't coach for shit. He just gonna be the figurehead.
He gonna be a figurehead.
He gonna
bro.
be the figurehead.
I don't understand.
Hey, watch
this whole
it.
shit just blows. Yeah, I got
Just
you.
watch it.
Yeah,
Hey,
bro.
bro.
It's
Yeah,
blowing
I was
my mind,
literally
bro.
in my
I don't
room,
even
bro,
like.
looking at TV like.
What do you think about schools though now that do that do focus more on athletics than education?
I mean, that's been happening.
I was about to say, what you talking about?
Why you think I went to Brentwood Academy?
Why do you think I went to Oliver?
You think I went to Brentwood Academy for school?
Come on now. Quit playing with me. Why you think I went to LSU?
Come on, bro.
Tighten up, sweet.
Why you think we went to SEC?
Tighten up, sweet. You sound like the media.
If I was worried about my education going to SEC, what school you think I would have went to? Where my daughter's going? Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt. Went to Penn University.
Went to Vanderbilt, bro.
Nah, yeah, Vanderbilt.
Yeah, right here at the crib. I got offered by Vanderbilt. And if I was worried about school, I would.
Come on now. Sweet.
This ain't nothing new. Like,
ain't nothing new, sweet.
Said, hey, but look though, you know what we need to do though? Because it seemed that like, bro, I know a lot of people, bro.
Don't start your own. Don't do it.
We can do it. We can do this.
He want to start his own.
He can do this.
He want to be Roy.
We can do it. Nah, I ain't gonna coach though. I'm gonna call you.
I'm not finna coach that shit neither.
Oh God.
Bro, we can do this, bro. We can do this, bro. We can do this.
You better call Dan.
All we need, I'm gonna call
Right.
I'm calling
Bates
everybody
do it.
I know. Listen, I'm calling,
Listen,
bro.
just send me your alignment.
You
I'll
want me
train
to-
them. I'll do position training, but I ain't coaching shit.
Bro, that's all I need to. That's it,
I ain't coaching shit. I ain't
bro.
You can
I
have
might
it.
be a DB
I'm a
coach.
find.
I might be a DB
See,
coach.
bro. Listen, we can do our own school. Faith,
I do a DB.
write it down.
That's a lot, bro. It sound good.
No, it do sound good.
Bro,
It
he
sounds
did it.
phenomenal.
He did it.
But he ain't got the school though.
That motherfucker.
You try to do it the right way.
First off, he didn't.
You want to
even-
do it the right way,
I
right?
can buy
didn't
some
even-
teachers.
That
But
nigga
what I'm
didn't even
saying
I
have-
can buy some teachers.
Right.
Sure.
You try to do it the right way.
Yeah.
You think it was hard for him to do that?
King.
Nah,
Doing it the right way
wasn't.
is
It wasn't hard for him.
right. Doing it because doing it the right way is
This shit seem easy as
That-
hell.
because doing it the right way is infinitely harder.
That nigga
I
didn't
can do
have
that shit, bro.
sir.
We can
He
do
didn't
it,
have
bro.
a
Doing it the right way is infinitely harder than the way he did it. That's why he did the way he did. Doing it the right way is so much harder.
But us
Nah, hell
together,
no.
we can do it though. Is what I'm trying to tell you,
Ain't got
King.
time.
I'm not saying we can't. I'm not.
Hey, call me when you get it done.
I'm not
sweet.
finna do it.
Call me,
Bro,
when
you
get
ain't
it
gonna
done.
help me, JC? Come on, bro.
Well, you know what? You know how much goes into start. Like,
Call me when you get it done. sweet.
yeah. it's
Bro, I
not-
know a couple of teachers, bro.
Nah, call me when you did it.
a
All right,
couple.
all right.
A couple. This man said a couple of teachers.
I know.
Nah,
This all you gonna
okay, so
need.
that's-
Really, just some tutors.
So that's 1% of the way there.
Stop it.
Yeah. What else I need? I don't need much else.
Nah, we not.
If you want to start a school, or you trying to do it his way.
I'm just trying to do it his way. Just
Oh,
a,
hell
a
no.
program.
Hell
You
no.
already,
He trying
all
to-
you need is you. You got it.
He trying to get us taken to jail.
You already there. All you need is you.
Lawsuit
Do it. Go ahead, do it.
Lawsuit city. Hell no.
How's that be a lawsuit?
You got it.
All right. So
Obviously, you don't need nothing because he did it so sweet.
Hey,
All you say, you got it, sweet. You
Listen,
got the
bro,
plan.
I got all the contacts.
You got the plan, bro. Make it happen.
All we need is
Just don't
facility.
call me.
No,
I'm calling you. You
Don't
can be
call
my
me.
first phone
Hell
calls.
no.
You
Hell
can be
no.
my first phone
Don't call me.
calls.
No comment.
Hey, yo, I did have another question about that. You know, JC and King, you guys could speak on this. There was, before the IMG game, they played another game 48 hours
shit.
before that. On the last
What?
minute.
Yeah.
He just scheduled that shit.
I almost
at the
forgot.
They
last
played
fucking
2
minute.
games in.
Yeah, so they had to schedule
2 games.
and then for some reason.
So they played like a Wednesday and a Friday.
No.
They played a Friday and a Sunday.
Sunday.
Shut the fuck up.
I
bro.
swear to God.
In the same weekend,
And they got beat both times.
bro. They played. They went out and played a whole game on Friday.
Yes.
Yep.
And they played a whole nother game on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 different schools. Like,
Yes.
I want to say it was two different cities. I want to say
that's what I'm saying. They don't have a home. They ain't got a school, so there's no home field for them.
Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and what's crazy is where the players thought they really could win. And I really
talking about, bro.
I really respected it. I did as a person.
Yeah, King.
You know, like
they played Friday and then went out and played a whole nother game.
And his whole justification was there's no law against it,
and it's not.
He's right.
So his whole shit was
he is absolutely right.
Loophole King.
Hey, bro.
I mean, lawsuit king, but yeah.
He probably been finessing pussy for his whole. He probably been finessing.
Nah, he been smacking his girl. That's what they said.
Yeah, he actually got in trouble for that, but somehow he got off.
Scammer.
All right, yeah, exactly. All right, well, shit. That's all we had.
Bro, look at this nigga. Yeah,
had to talk about.
Look at this man
for the day. Nah, he out of there. He out of there.